If you like to use the Divi Modal pop-up or the Divi Plus plugin, which has a module for pop-up to trigger a pop-up on your page site-wide. So let's say every time a user loads the page or visits the site and you want to display the pop-up, so there will be a site-wide pop-up. How you could trigger it? There are chances that using DV4 theme builder header or footer. So you just need to edit the header or the footer and you'd be able to place the module. Just in case if you do not use DV4 theme builder for your header and footer, there's a workaround that we'll look at the later part of this video. So let's get started with the case if you have Divi theme builder enabled. So we're just going to go to add global footer and build footer. In your case, I'm assuming that you have a pre-built header or footer and you're just editing this area. We're just building it from scratch. So let's add the module. This is from Divi Plus. This Modal pop-up is from Divi Plus. If you're using Divi Modal pop-up plugin, the name would be as per that plugin, but the functionalities are all same, so it doesn't matter here. Now we're gonna select on page load and specify a time when the trigger would be raised. The setting as my preference. You would like to repeat it on each page load or not. Let's enable it for the time being, and that's all. We just need to save it. So we just saved define on load pop-up in the footer. I'm going to save the page here. And let's reload our page. Here's our pop-up. If you do not use global header or footer, you could trigger the pop-up on all the pages using a different method, and for that you just need to go to Divi library and then add new. We'll be adding layout type as module, and then let's name it to something like global Modal or anything you prefer. So this is our setting. I'm going to hit the submit button now. On the next step, we'll try to build it on the front end, and it would ask me to select a module. So we'll pick the Modal here. If you are using Divi Modal pop-up plugin, the name will be as per that plugin. But as both of these plugin, that is Divi Plus and Divi Modal pop-up, have a same module, the functionality is same. I'm just using Divi Plus as reference here. So Divi Modal is what I'm adding now, and I will use the trigger type as on page load, and rest of the settings would be as per my preference. Global title. I think that should work, and I'm just going to save it. You could configure the body, the header, the footer as per your preference. If you like to call an item from library, you could select that as well. So this is all what we need to do here, and I'm just closing it. Now in the next step, there is a function, there is a code snippet which you would be adding on your website. So I have this code snippet here. I'll just put it on the documentation page of the product so that you can go and grab the code. So once you have the code handy, you'd be able to go to the theme editor page and then just paste it. So this is the code that we just included, and there's a number, the library ID. So I'm just removing it from the previous sample page and obtain the ID of this global model that we just created. So let's edit it. Let's go to the Divi library. If you hover on it, you would see at the bottom the ID. So post equal 18848. So I'm just going to type it here, 18848. This is what I added. If you have a blank function.php, if it's a fresh file, you just start with this opening PHP and then paste this. If you have anything else that was on your page, on your function.php you can just paste the code at the end of whatever you have there and save it. It's recommended that you back up everything from this file just in case if something goes wrong, so that you could restore it back. Now we have made the necessary changes. We have saved the module in the library with its ID 18848, and now it is time to look at the page or visit the website to see how it works. It was a 3 seconds base trigger, and here it is. We'll just check out another page. 2 and 3. So this is how it works. You would be able to customize the setting. If you like to display a library item within this, you can select it while editing the layout. So basically you just need to edit the layout here and then select the library item.